LDL is a friend who is not an enemy. A study by Framingham. Cholesterol levels below 200 increase the chance of dying from a heart attack by 40%. If it is below 180, the probability of a heavy wind increases threefold. Many studies show that in order to prevent cardiovascular disease, we actually have to pay more attention to inflammation in the body. Topics that the general public delude cholesterol. For the general public, cholesterol is a very misleading subject because cholesterol has been described as bad for a long time, but it's actually good for health because it's a very important and absolutely necessary substance. Cholesterol is one of the most important substances used in the body and plays a significant number of roles. Cholesterol is a waxy substance that is absolutely necessary for health and cell formation. It can be obtained from animal food and made in the liver as much as necessary. Dyslipidemia means that the level of fat in the blood exceeds the normal level, which is directly related to coronary artery disease. The role of cholesterol. You need to maintain a sufficient amount of cholesterol in your body to stay healthy. Cholesterol is an essential substance for tissue cell structures, including the brain and central nervous system, and 25% of cholesterol in the body is present in the brain. Transport fat-soluble nutrients into cells for free, oxygen removal and metabolic use. Hormone production, essential substance for vitamin D production. It is a material of bile needed for fat digestion and absorption. LDL cholesterol, low density lipoprotein, or LDL, mostly carries cholesterol, and some fat-soluble nutrients and saturated fats are also transported to the cell membrane. LDL is not all bad. It determines size bad. LDL levels are elevated in people with decreased thyroid function. The ideal figure is between 100 and 200. Two types of LDL. Pattern I is a large particle. It therefore serves to suppress the oxidation burden and protect the heart by carrying more fat-soluble nutrients and antioxidants. Pattern B is very small in particles and oxidizes. Therefore, pattern B, LDL easily enters arterial wounds and builds up to form plaques, be directly linked to the cause of heart disease. Pattern B, why LDL is dangerous. It quickly enters the wall of a wounded artery and builds up. It is easily oxidized and becomes sticky due to lack of vitamin E, have high levels of insulin in the blood. Blood fat levels double after meals. I can't relax my blood vessels well. HDL cholesterol. High-density lipoprotein is very high in cholesterol and protein. The main task is to allow LDL particles to be recycled by quickly sweeping them up and transporting them to the liver before they oxidize and become a problem. LDL remaining in the blood is easily oxidized, increasing inflammation, increasing the risk of heart disease, ideally between 55 and 80. If the figure is more than 100, it indicates that chronic inflammation or infection is progressing. Triglycerides. Neutrophils are necessary substances used as energy sources as blood fats, but if they become excessive, they can cause heart attacks. Neutrophils have significantly increased levels if insulin levels are high, or if insulin resistance and fatty liver are present. The ideal number is between 40 and 80. Healthy blood fat percentage, LDL and HDL. The ratio of triglycerides to HDL is a measure of health. LDL and HDL should be less than 3:1. But 2:1 is ideal. Neutrophils and HDL are less than 2:1, or 1:1 is ideal. The key point: neutrophils are 100 or less. HDL is between 40 and 80. It also proves that LDL particles are large and fluffy. So if a neutral fat and HDL ratio is from 2:1 in the ideal state, it is the type that is not well oxidized, a cause of poor blood fat percentage. A terrible meal. Carbohydrate-focused meal. Chronic stress, insulin resistance, hypothyroidism, avoiding the sun, insomnia, liver and gallbladder dysfunction. Drink too much. Food sensitivity is an immune response phenomenon caused by the immune system judging certain foods as intruders due to intestinal leakage. Repeated consumption of food sensitive can lead to chronic inflammatory reactions, leading to various health problems. Improving hyperlipidemia with anti-inflammatory strategies. Anti-inflammatory lifestyle inhibits oxidation by increasing LDL particle size. Improve HDL and LDL ratios. Improve the ratio of triglycerides to HDL by lowering triglyceride levels. 좋은 기름 섭취하기 butter, coconut oil, avocado oil, olive oil, fish oil, eggs. Leverage benefits with intermittent fasting. High-intensity interval exercise. Cholesterol measurement. Measurement of cholesterol levels is very important. Total cholesterol, LDL, VLDL, HDL, triglycerides and urine test, iron panel, thyroid included. At the same time, a thorough thyroid test is required.